guys have seen this, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
I'm just gonna go through it. I don't know where she left off. So you saw this. You saw this. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Have you seen this? We good? All right. I don't want to interrupt you. That would be very rude of me. You saw this? Yes? No? Okay. So she already went through this. You should have all this in Google Classroom. You saw all this. What really bugs me? You did that, you did that, you did that. I did this with you yesterday, right? Let's just do a recap. What are the stages of clay? What's one stage of clay?
Plastic.
Leather hard is a stage of clay. Plastic is a property of clay. So, you know, like.
Workable, I guess.
So does anybody remember when case if the clay is plastic? You're right, she did use, I think she did use that workable.
Yeah.
Plastic clay, the property of clay, did I tell you how like you can make a worm out of it?
Yeah.
So if you take some clay, you make a coil, right? Take clay, make a coil, it'll wrap around my finger, but like sand and dirt won't. If this clay is starting to dry, because I did this from earlier today, so I probably won't be able to make a coil. See how it's breaking? Cracking. So this clay is no longer plastic, it's considered short. Anyways, so yes, plastic, leather hard. What's another stage of clay? So being plastic is a property of clay. I heard leather hard, what else is there?
Bone dry.
Bone dry, perfect. So we have leather hard, bone dry, what else? Just wet, right? So all
Wet.
three of those are all considered what? Anybody? What's that?
Thank you.
I mentioned it before, so, no. You forgot? Greenware.
Oh, yeah.
So anything that has not been fired is considered greenware. So leather hard, bone dry, completely wet, all of that's bone dry, or considered greenware. What's the difference between greenware and bisqueware?
Discware's been fired once.
It's been fired once, yes. One of the properties of bisqueware is that it's absorbent.
Yeah.
So, do you remember me using a term of something that's not absorbent? You probably forgot, but maybe you know. No? So, remember I said if you put a cup of water, like let's say I had a cup that was glaze fired and a cup that was bis fired, and I poured water in both of them. What's going to happen to the water in the glaze fired one?
It's just gonna stay there.
It'll evaporate, but it's not going to seep out. The bis one, what's going to happen to it?
It's gonna absorb it.
Yep, it'll absorb it. It'll move through the clay. So it'll move from the interior to the outside, right?
Yeah.
And that the fact that it's absorbent is important because we need to do what to it? Glaze. And what is glaze?
Glass.
Glass that is?
Melted. Or liquid form.
It's all the stuff that makes glass. It's just suspended in water. So you take, silica, all the things that make the glass, color, and because we can't just wrap glass around there, so we have to make, right? Imagine like a corn dog, you know how you put it in the batter and then you fry it? It may be like that, right? You can't just take the corn dog stuff and stick it on the hot dog, right? So, but in order for the water only serves as a way, like a vehicle to get the glazed material to the pot, so therefore the pot has to be absorbent, so it sucks it up, right? If we were to put something like this that is not absorbent in glaze, it would just like fall off, right? So, you guys are doing good. What cannot happen to bisqueware? It can never do what?
Drop it.
Yeah, you don't want to drop it. It's now brittle, but it can never go back to clay. right? Remember, it is no longer clay, it's ceramic, been fired. And so any of the other stages of clay, the leather hard, bone dry, wet, all that, anything greenware could always go back to workable clay, right? Let's say I left this out for 3 weeks and it was completely dry. I can make this clay, like soft clay again. I would have to break it up, add water. I'd have to do stuff to it, but it can go back to clay like this. If I took a bisque pot, I don't know, the ton one somewhere, I could never like make that clay again. It's no longer clay. So yeah, you're good. And what's slip?
Slip is like the glue that they use. It's just like water mixed with some clay.
Exactly. It's liquid. It's really like watery clay. I put it up there. It can be used for a couple things. Mostly, well, not mostly. I mostly use it for attaching. Let's say you want to attach a handle, a knob for a lid, feet underneath. It doesn't matter. A tongue, if you want to make like a monster, you would always want to slip and score, right? But it can also be used for decoration. We can also, I don't know if she has this, sometimes you'll see something called underglaze. All underglaze really is slip with color, some sort of pigment. Usually when they do it with underglaze, it's in the form of mason stain. So if you wanted blue, you would use a blue stain, or if you wanted chartreuse, you would use a chartreuse stain.
Chartreuse. That's a fun word.
Color. You guys like chartreuse?
It's a fun word.
Slim, plastic, wet, leather hard,
Wet.
bone dry, bisque, glazeware, we talked about all that. Pitching.
I got a question.
Yeah,
If you fired something twice, like you didn't glaze it or anything, if you fired something twice, would anything different happen, or would it just like?
it's a good question. Like, let's say I fired something and I fired it again and again and again and again. No, so what happens is it has to do with temperature and time. So when you bake a cake, you talk about like you have to bake a cake at 350 for 35 minutes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you bake it at 400. Let's say it's 350 for 30 minutes. But if you bake it at 400, maybe you don't have to do it for 30 minutes, maybe you do it for 28 minutes, right? Or if you do it at like a lower temperature, right? But it's time and heat. Same thing with ceramics. So ceramics, you typically don't talk about temperature. You talk about cones. So like when I fire ceramics, I fire to cone 6. So cone 6 is both the time and the temperature. And so for me, that temperature, cone 6 is 2,223 degrees. So let's say, but bisque fire is 1,855. So if I bisque fire, I keep bisque firing, like let's say I do it 10 times, I don't think anything would happen, but it's never gonna be high fire. You can just keep doing it again and again. I would think. I've never done it. There's no reason to do that. Although there are reasons to bisque fire things a couple of times, but not just for like fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I was decorating with wax. I had a bisque pot and I put wax and I accidentally dropped wax where I didn't want it. I can't scrub wax off, so I have to re-bisque fire, and then we'd be fine. As long as you stayed at bisque fire temperature. We did this. We did the whole play with the clay stuff. We'll talk about making slip tomorrow or at some point in story. Okay. Story. This is kind of important because did we talk about shrinkage? Like clay shrinking?
No.
Yeah, no? Okay. So, clay shrinks. And the clay I use at my studio, I know this, it shrinks 13%. I think your clay shrinks at 6%. All right, we could just look it up online. But the reason we cover things is, one is let's say we get it to leather hard. Leather hard is a really good place to be because you can do a lot to it. Am I interrupting you again? I apologize. Class, I apologize. I'm being very rude. It won't happen again. Just remind me, hey, dude, you're being rude. Now bells are up again. You can't catch a break. Drying things out. It's important because once you get into like bone drying, you're never going to really get it back to leather hard. Let's say it starts drying a little bit. Like this is a little bit dry. I can spray this down, put it in the bag, and it'll rehydrate. But once you get too far, it's not. But the other thing about drying things, let's say your project is done. Handles, for example. When I make handles on a cup, the pot is leather hard, but then I'm putting wet clay. So I have two different drynesses, and they're shrinking. So this leather hard pot already shrank. This one didn't, so it's going to shrink. And if it falls, and it can potentially fall off the pot. So lots of times, even if you're done with your project and you want it, especially if you have like a lot of little finicky, like delicate things, you typically want to let it dry slowly, but really it's more evenly. So make sure you cover things. This is basically what you can do. Make sure your table's clean. All right, this is she said it was like uploaded today. You should have this in your Google Classroom. To answer this, we're going to watch two videos. Here's the first one. What's that? All right, you guys ready?
I think I tend to operate on kind of a slow around me, so I'm going to invite you right now. There's only two photos in the presentation. Everything past the first two. This is the first photo. This is my studio. This gives you kind of the scale of what I'm working on, and right now, every day. Everything that I paint comes from my daily experience, and generally it tends to be things that we kind of walk by or overlook. It's all from observation. This is a setup to kind of illustrate how I'm working from things I'm actually looking at. That's some tape on the wall of my studio, and then on the easel is a watercolor I'm working on of that tape. So in general, the scale that you see is 1:1. You see a person, it's person size, it's state size. This is a painting, and everything from here on out is all painted. Every bit and every canvas I made myself. So I want you to ask yourself just for a minute, when the last time was that you really looked. In the average American museum, a person looks at each art object for 3 seconds. That's it. So, as you think about that, I just want to kind of move back down and say why art, and then why do I do art? I think art is about humanity. You can come to it with more education, you can come to it with more life experience, but you can never have more human reaction. There's a lot of detail in my work. There's a crossword puzzle and a reflection. It's a self-portrait. So if I can do one thing as an artist, what I'd like to do is just look with such intensity and paint with such care and love that it in some small way might transform your experience. If you go and look at a chain link fence in a different way after seeing one of my paintings, I feel it's that thing. So here's where I'm going to ask you to do one hard thing. This is a painting I made, and I'm going to ask you to look at it for one full minute. Think about 3 seconds in the museum. That's more normal. So this painting is of one of those privacy meshes over a chain link fence at a construction site in New York. This is like you just took a step closer. This is a detail. So every little reflection is painted. This took me 6 months to make, working full time every day. And you probably know that when I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with a borderline case of OCD. That's true. So everything you see from here on, you can kind of see that there's a theme of this really intense looking, but I'm also interested in what we don't look at, kind of what we fail to see. This is a pair of watercolors. all my surfaces. If you don't see a figure right away, that's intentional, that's my hope, but it's a person texting on her phone, kind of missing the sunset. This is another painting on panel. So it's actually a whole bunch of panels. This is about 12 feet long. The figures are a little larger than scale. So actually, you're looking, the only painted parts are in between the figures. The figures themselves are not there. You're looking at the wall. That's going on. This is kind of a companion piece that person and it's just, you know, that last one was the people at bus stop. This is people running errands in the evening, like walking their dog. So it's just a bunch of different little things. This is just a little modest painting, like a piece of my bookshelf. This little guy lives in the now. Going forward. This is one of the patterns on one of those like grates over the sewer. I don't even really know the surface of them, but they're in every city has a different pattern. Some cities have multiple patterns. Jacksonville is also one. But it's just, you know this one, that's time you're walking down the street. This is called hieroglyph. It's, that spray paint is painted like with a paintbrush, not spray paint. It's called hieroglyph, and it's kind of that language that utility workers are using to speak to each other that we kind of don't understand. I actually had someone from Con Edison in my studio once, and they recognized the writing. This is speaking of Con Edison's gigantic manhole cover, and it kind of reveals my interest in mindfulness. This one is called Mandala. This is kind of a mandala of another sort, except it's very tiny. This is a drawing. It's watercolor on cut paper. About 10 inches. So when I moved to Asheville, I had been living in New York City for 8 years, and in New York, I never bought another tube of green paint. Kind of remarkable. So when I moved to Asheville, I was so impressed by the color and the greenery that I started thinking, this is called Virginia Creeper. So the thought that I just want to leave you with as we get to the last slide is just, I think we tend to go through life feeling like things after our marriage is done, or we all get there, or what's your own solution, but I think I just want to kind of help, if I can do anything with my change, help people look a little bit closer at what's happening right now, because we really don't believe.
All right, so that's the first one. Second one.
For 3 dark as a mask. Off this 3 wildly distinctive personalities, plus 3 great arts and crafts projects, and you've got a craft show you just can't miss.
I love getting my hands dirty.
Check out Crafters Coast to Coast.
High school.
Hi, I'm Angela Martinez. Welcome to Crafters Coast to Coast. We have found dedicated crafters all over the country. They're willing to take chances, and their creative journeys, they let nothing get in their way. Our first crafter is no exception. The body brings up a power, flips or forks or ways to a creation that truly takes the cake. If you have a sweet tooth, beware.
It's rough out here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That means relative to France. My name is Leanne McClurkin. I make pottery.
10th grade.
My studio is dessert clay. I'm gonna start with some clay. Take some clay and lay it out on the board. I'm gonna make it flat. And it takes a little bit of effort. Once I'm done rolling, I'm gonna lay out a pattern and cut out the shape. Voila. I like to smooth it out so that the edge of the skin looks very round and full. So while this is going to be the top of my cake stand, this isn't exactly the top of my cake stand. This is going to be a template for a mold that I'm going to make so that I can keep the cake stand nice and flat. Now I'm going to make a plaster mold. The first thing I have to do is mix up the plaster. Hot there. I'm going to take a piece of flashing and I'm going to wrap it around the outside of it and that's going to keep all the plaster inside. It's a little lumpy. Okay, now I have to let it sit for 24 hours before I can take it apart and use it. Now I'm going to take the mold apart. There it is. I just got to clean this up a little bit, and then I can lay in some red earthenware clay inside and begin to make my cake stand. This is the clay that's going to be my cake stand. Now I'm going to take the clay and lay it into the mold that I created earlier. Now I'm going to make a coil. I'm going to score the edges so that it gets a good adhesion. It's called flip and score. So first we score, kind of rough up these edges a little, and then we flip. And flip is just clay that's watered down. Like glue. Okay, now I'm building up the walls and forming them into looping shapes. I love getting my hands dirty. I love it when there's clay stuck inside the fingernail. There goes the manicure. I'm gonna make 16 of these things, 2 for each little lobe. Again, we're gonna flip and score. Now I got these little loopy things on, and I have to make the base so that it'll have something to stand on. I'm gonna cut the diameter of how big the base is gonna be. Now I'm gonna score edges, and I'm gonna add another coil to fill it. One of the tricky things about making a cake stand is to make sure that it's level. If it's not level, it'll stick, it'll slide around. Now I'm gonna make a flange that fits inside this stick, but goes inside here. So the two things will walk together. Once this is dry, I can take it out of the mold, put it in the kiln and fire it. It'll take about 24 hours. 24 hours. Now these have been baked, and that's why they're orange. They change color in the kiln, but I don't want them to be orange. When I add some glaze, it changes the color. Doesn't look like a cake here? All the glazes really look sort of white. Can't really tell the difference now, but eventually they're going to be all in color. Now that it's glazed, I'm going to put these two together. And when I put it in the kiln, the glaze is going to seal the two things together. It's going to come out shiny blue. I have my little shit thing. Look, it's all done. Now it's ready for a cake. It's ready for a party. Especially the animal right here.
Cake? Party? I am so there. Leanne got us started with a sensational cake stand. But what's a cake stand without the perfect accessories? It's time for more crafting from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay, the same before, a lot of food, but I want to make a cake server that has a different handle on it. So I'm going to cut it off on angle grinders and I'm going to make it right together. First of all, I'm going to make the top of the handle. Make a ball. Okay, I'm going to take another piece and move the bottom part of the handle. Now I'm going to take the cake server part and make sure that it's going to stick. I got to make sure that when it's done being fired, it's still going to fit my cake. Okay, I'm going to flip the floor again and we're going to put these two things together. And then now we're going to put it in the kiln and we're going to fire it. And now I'm going to do is cover this in glaze. Once this is glazed, I pop it back in the kiln and I fire it again. Takes another 24 hours. It used to be kind of dull and matte, and now it's shiny and glossy. This is a two-part putty epoxy, and I need equal parts of both A and B, and I'm going to mix the two together. I'm going to take this wad of epoxy and shove it down in the hole. Now, I'm going to take my cake starter and I'm going to shove it in. Now let it sit here for about an hour, and that's ready to use. My starting cake server is done, and I take left over from earlier, so I'm ready to put it to use. I say, let me cake.
With a cake server like that, your guests won't just be raving about the food, they'll be talking about the utensils too. There are fantastic crafters and great projects everywhere. You get that drink, yeah. Be sure to check us out next time. We'll continue getting crafters, coast to coast.
All right, guys. So that, you have an assignment that's due on, tomorrow, right? It's this here. You guys should have this in your, Google Classroom. Has anybody seen this yet or no? Yeah, so it's there? All right, due tomorrow. What time is this class over? 45? So we have like a little over 10 minutes or so. All right, so we're going to go through a couple things then. We're not going to get on any clay today. Here is did she talk about pinch pots at all? All right, let's just go with the lead. I don't know how far we'll get. So, in your Google Classroom, do you have a pinch pot assignment anywhere that say like this is what you have to do? No? Maybe? Who has Google Classroom open? Can I see it? Does it have this slideshow? All right, so we'll go through it, but you have it there. So you're going to sketch and plan your pinch pot. She wants you to show the shape, the feet, carving idea, and color dots. Am I interrupting you guys again? No? Remember, just let me know. Start your basic pinch pot. Pinch pot should be the shape you want. Trim the lip and refine the lip on the banding wheel. You guys know what the banding wheel is? So they're usually, if she has the good ones, they're blue. If she has the cheap ones, they're silver. But they're, it's, you know what a lazy Susan is? Where it just spins, like, right? Like, whatever. I don't know, I don't see it. Oh, they're right here. Here's the cheap ones. The banding wheel's right here, so you can, spin your pot. Add feet to textures, finish your pot, do final touch-ups. She wants you to write an artist statement. What is a pinch pot? A basic hand building skill. So even though this is simple, like it kind of seems almost childish, like something you would do when you're like in kindergarten. I think that the idea is you're gonna learn like some skills here, attaching and smoothing and stuff like that. So I would say still take it seriously, don't just think like, oh, no. You'll start with a ball of clay, and then you can see she kind of, you just put your thumb in and you pinch it. As you can see here. One of the things you want to strive for, and I think it's in the, whatever you call it, the assignment requirements, is even walls. So you don't want one side super thick and one side super thin. There we go. Good craftsmanship, even thickness throughout the whole piece. The ribbon's refined and everything's smooth. There's a foot to lift off the table and it is attached well. Let's talk about feet. I don't know if we'll see any here. Okay, if you notice these, see how these, how there's these feet here? Here's a very simple one, some balls of clay. Here they made, longer like lugs of clay. There's, just because, if you notice here, they just made balls of clay. But I think this is kind of neat how here, you see here, see how the pot has all these lines they carved out? At what stage would they have carved those out? Perfect. But look how they did it to the feet too. It's not like the feet were an afterthought. It's not like they just like, I got to feet on it. They, that pattern that they do. Here, I'm not saying it's an afterthought, but they did not do that. Here they did it, they switched directions. You have the lines going up and down. Here you have them going left and right. Remember, they serve two functions. They add aesthetics to the pot, so it just makes it look nicer, but it also helps with balance and stability. When we talk about, usually when you add pizza things, you want to do it in threes, not fours. If you have four, it tends to wall or rot. Threes they never rot. It might be locked, like not parallel to the ground, but it won't rot. Four will rot, for example. What are some colors? You guys all have this. Here's how the points are broken down. So this part is worth 4 points, 2 for you need inspiration photos. I don't know what the other this is how you get 4 points. This is 8 points and 8 points. You guys can kind of review that on your own. Same with this here. Shape, form, generally follows function. When you're looking at utilitarian pieces, utilitarian stuff. Utilitarian is like stuff you can use. So, like a bowl you would consider that utilitarian. If you made a baseball, maybe we're not going to use it. Once the function is determined, you can then decide on the best shape for what you're wanting. It may stay round or it may change. So if you notice here's the pinch pot, these are round, they just kind of followed around. They started with a bowl and just kept that basic shape. Here they changed it. You can see they kind of made it into a triangle. What color? So these are all things I think she wants you to answer in that assignment portion. So what colors? So here's an example. This is my inspiration, what I want it to look like, except I want it to be pink instead of blue. I like the design of the piece. I think the flowers would be a good way to show texture. I want the feet of my pinch pot to be like how it's shown in the picture, round shape, circle base. So there you go. There's a different type. This one here is a foot. The other kind that you saw is where they attach the little balls or the longer one. I showed the other classes. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to show you one of my favorite plotters. Just to kind of think outside the box a little bit. If you look at this one here, one way to do this would be, he left, see how thick this is here? If you left a lot of clay on your base, and then you cut away everything But if, you know, how before, let's say you had a base of a quarter inch, and then you added like those balls of clay, maybe instead of leaving the base of a quarter inch, you left it like an inch thick, and cut everything away and make steps. See how he did that there? And if you notice, he has feet of three, I don't think he has a quarter. So, another example where he did not add those feet, cut everything else away. What do you like his spot?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever heard of him? He lives about 2 hours from here, in Taylor's Falls. Here, I think he's about 77 now. He's probably one of my favorite potters. Here's Jeff Example 2, I really like pigs because I own some. She owns pigs. I thought it was a unique idea. I don't. So here you go. Made a pin spot, but it's just to be with you. I kind of forget them. So you need a plan and sketch. Make sure you have some inspiration photos. Explain why you chose that. Your plan for the shape, foot, glaze, colors, basically everything that you're going to do. You want it on paper. Again, you should have this in your Google Docs so you can reference it. There.
Okay. Here's my girlfriend now. What the fuck? Yeah, you guys were in my pocket. Madison, his wife. Go fight in the war. Oh, there's like ceramics and shit.
Pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to use those.
No, it is not. Toss these guys in my pocket. Hey, how are you? One of
My
these.
stuff.
Huh?
Losing all of my things. Like losing my water bottle, I'm losing my mind.
How?
Be nice.
He's gonna be on the floor in a few seconds. He'll be okay. He's just gonna be on the floor. Come here.
Hey, check out this pencil sharpener.
It's a pencil sharpener?
That's cool. It's F15.
Let's see if it flies. Hold on, I got my live stream going. I'll show them this pencil sharpener. It just equips live stream. Look, it's a pencil sharpener. That's a interesting spot for a hole.
Yeah, it is.
Some freak's gonna be in that thing.
Yeah.
Pencil dicks, literally.
Get the sharpened tip.
you leaving?
Hey, get back here. Now. Right now.
What roller?
Right now.
Broke it. Going down Judd Hill.
Hey, got an escaper over here.
Skippy. Lesbians? No, I'm not serious. What? Harry 83 next month. Jimmy, how old are you, bro? Y'all are weird. See, we're married. I mean, my wife. Yeah, Madison's my wife. He's my husband. That's sad. You know him. I say old man. I like Jimmy. The helly. Goes nowhere. Stupid. Wait a minute. Hi, Madison. You're 82. The internet, bro. I'm trolling. Julia, no. You were serious? What the fuck? Poor Jimmy. How much time we got till 45? It's 42? Gotta shove you guys back in my packet.
3:30.
Huh?
3:30.
It's 142. Until the end of this period.
How'd you break the foot?
I just told you. Yeah, I did. I said going down Judd Hill.
Huh?
I said going down Judd Hill.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
Knock, knock.
What up?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. Can I come in and sit down?
Come on in, brother.
Who's sitting here? I don't know. There's like paper here. Cancel. Julia, I got a question. Nasty. What is this chat? Oh, main body. Madison, love you. You joking, right? Julia, I got a question. P. Diddy. Do it. Yas Queen, Madison. Nah, I love my wife. This chat.
That's it. That's over with.
Oop.
Last for Dexter's reason. How come so
You gotta bend it and stuff. You gotta get it moving.
Let's go. Oh, panda.
Open.
Actually, I'm just fine. Try to just grab it.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Once the cramp's gone, it won't come back too hard. Most of the time.
Oh, it does go back to normal.
You didn't like when I set up first time?
No.
Hi, Malachi. What's up, buddy? You're just on live television. Twice.
Right now? You unload?
Yeah.
You got memories?
Subscribe and follow.
Yeah, my phone.
Get your short ass
Let's
out
go,
of here.
man.
This day
Alright.
How's your day been?
It's been alright. I'm just tired. I passed out in third hour. And I was like hunched all the way over. So when I woke up, all the circulation to this leg was cut off. So I woke up and it was all numb. And it got tingly. And I tried to move it. And every time I'd move it, it'd just be like an electric shock through my leg.
I know that feeling. That hurts.
Yeah, it
I know,
sucked.
what was it? This morning, I just get done with the big workout and whatnot. Who are you talking to? Why are you so disrespectful? What did I do to you?
Am I talking to the person behind you?
Oh, you talking to me?
Dumb.
Oh my god. Okay, alright.
Hey, you know my schedule got changed,
Who's 10?
so I'm in here first hour now.
P. Diddy.
Go back there and you work on your engineering.
Okay.
Now I try to do the same thing.
I'm gonna touch you.
I'm gonna put you back, better watch out. Let's go, Ricky.
Big guy. Guess what my
I'm
vertical
gonna be in
was?
your
26.
Sure, buddy.
What? Bro, 26.
My border hopper.
See,
Jump at 30 seconds.
why you in here?
You get 30 seconds.
Good afternoon, Rocket.
How's it going?
I'm fine. What do you expect?
Tell us
You to grow a few inches.
And I'll tell her you love her. I got you.
No, 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 no.
Actually, sir, can I say something quick?
Tell
You guys next?
her I said.
Got a bag
what's
of
up,
popcorn.
beautiful, okay? Hey,
Hey,
hold. Tell her I said, what's up, beautiful, alright?
I miss
All I want you to say.
No, you didn't.
Of course, someone's my fucking ball. Can this?
Every day though.
The new honors option link
Get a
is
life.
posted in the All Things
How's your leg
Honors
doing?
Google Classroom
Huh, my leg's fine.
or
Yeah.
talk to your classroom teacher. The registration deadline is March
Oh, you
1st.
were crippled long.
Let's see.
Crochet Club will meet today at
How are, what's up?
3:07.
How are you guys doing today?
Tomorrow in senior
I look
hairback
stupid as
classroom,
fuck.
Do you know how to read?
20. Seniors,
You doing good?
we need
Sleepy?
your help with
And
designing
that
your
he
your rocks.
loves,
I can read the comments too, come on.
and that he loves you. Sent.
Huh? No, 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 I did not say that. I did, why you, I'm always just trying to get girls, she's saying,
Okay,
I
am I
love
going
you. No,
crazy
I
or
don't
is-
want to say that yet, it's too early,
Why did
bro.
I just notice that? Still
What?
must
Did
not.
you
I
actually
just noticed
No, 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 no,
that.
no, Did you actually
Yeah.
just say that?
How long?
No.
I've had this for like a week.
No, I
Okay,
did
so
not
I'm
say
just
that.
fucking dumb and blind.
Smash, no questions.
I'm sorry.
Bro, I'm so freaking hot. Me or you? I understand that statement.
Somebody shoot me.
Hello from somewhere.
Oh, like popcorn.
It's a popcorn.
Oh, I sure do fucking wonder why it smells like popcorn.
Can I
Almost
get
like
some
it's a
popcorn?
bag of popcorn.
Appreciate it.
I'm actually. Trey stole the rest of my food.
Huh?
He stole cheeses, goldfish. Hold.
Don't y'all got class?
Open it.
Don't y'all got class?
Da.
I want to see what's in there.
Candy.
Vicious.
Come on in,
Can I get one?
Alright, chat.
Reese's.
Get the fuck away from my chocolate.
Please, please. Anything will do.
Nerds gummy clusters.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Why do women like to abuse you? You
Because
have a
it's
girl.
not
Leave him alone. He has a girlfriend.
Okay, I know this. You don't think I know this?
I'm joking with you.
What's going on?
I literally asked her permission to do shit. You missed, didn't you? Ah, they're right.
You lost.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, but I got on this out there, like, oh wait.
They're asking you to do the gritty. I don't know why.
Huh?
They want you to do the gritty.
You know what? You know what?
Hey, welcome.
Okay, the camera's flipped.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
See why we don't hit people in the head?
Yeah, we do.
Don't hit me first! No, I didn't! I literally did nothing this time.
I'm skinny as fuck.
I don't know my water bottle. No.
They think you look sus.
What does it say? You know
What the fuck? Bruh.
I got it.
Gonna kill this guy later.
No, I'm not gonna touch you.
Oh, wow.
Stay still. Watch this.
Oh, hey, matter of fact, so you saved the cat's bag.
Hmm?
So you saved it bag.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, tell him I said hi. He says hi.
Wait. Before you send it. Yes or no? Is that something pressure? Yes or no?
Okay, we're gonna start our class period now. Huh? Can you go what?
Do it better.
I don't think you can let them on one bottle of that. Just wait.
Why are you in front? Why are you behind them?
Cause
Okay, hey
oh, it's
ladies,
fine.
you're welcome to be in here, but you're not welcome to disrupt us, got it?
Sorry, Rick.
I forgive you.
I don't mind it though. It's just I'm not.
Okay, it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we do what? We wear pink. We read.
Sir,
To play on it.
Richard,
When we read, last semester we read the book Holes. I ain't gonna make you read book
take the
Holes.
picture.
This semester we're gonna start with a book that's less story format and more self-help format.
We read this last year,
It's called How to Break Up with Your Phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
but we read this last
I
year.
don't care what you think about it. All I care is that we do it and we learn from it. Okay. Let's not. We're not gonna do the whole book.
Oh, thank
I'm
Christ.
only doing half of it. The first half is a lot of
What if it's
information
attacked?
about phones. and
Just
their
rip it out.
impact on us
Rip it
and our
out.
brains
Yeah.
and how we operate as human beings. The second half is like an action plan, but I'm not gonna force you to take action. Okay?
Very targeted.
I also, well, maybe that's on purpose. Just kidding.
Wow.
I only have 12 copies of the book, so most days I'll probably just read. And we'll just listen, and then we'll do it.
Yes, you were moving my entire desk with your
But
big
there'll be
ass.
days where I have you guys read the text. Okay? So, Anthony, you do what the book says and break up with your phone right now for.
I broke up with it.
Thank you. I'm going to read the beginning of it. It starts with a letter to your phone. I'm going to share some more information about the development of smartphones, that kind of stuff. And then I've got just a
To the
quick survey
garbage.
for us to do.
Oh, didn't know.
Okay? Pretty low key, pretty easy. I could be making us do a lot worse. Okay? This is from the author. It's an open letter to my phone. As I read this, think, do you see yourself in this? Okay? Alright, dear phone. I remember the first time that we met. You were an expensive new gadget available only from
Hello.
AT&T. I was a person who could recite her best friend's phone numbers from memory. When you were launched, I'll admit that your touchscreen caught my eye, but I was too busy trying to type a text message on my flip phone to start something new. Then I held you in my hand and things started moving fast. It wasn't long before we were doing everything together. Taking walks, having lunch, going on vacation. At first it seemed strange that you wanted to come with me to the bathroom. But today it's just another formally private moment for us to share who brings their phone in the bathroom. What?
Everybody.
It's disgusting.
I don't have a phone.
It's real. We're inseparable now, you and I. You're the last thing I touch before I go to bed, the first thing I reach for in the morning. Remember my doctor's appointments, my shopping list, my anniversary. You provide gifts and emojis that I can send to friends on birthdays. So rather than feeling hurt that I'm texting instead of calling, they think, ooh, yay, animated balloons. You make it possible for my avoidance strategies to be construed as thoughtfulness, and for this I'm grateful. Phone, you're amazing. I mean, not literally. Not only do you allow me to travel across time and space, I'm amazed by how many nights I've stayed up 3 hours past my bedtime staring at your screen. I can't count the times we've gone to bed together and I've had to pinch myself to see if I'm dreaming, and believe me, I want to be dreaming, because ever since we met, something seems to be messing with my sleep. I cannot believe all the gifts you've given me, even though many of those gifts are technically things I bought for myself online while you and I were quote-unquote relaxing in a bath. Thanks to you, I never need to worry about being alone. Anytime I'm anxious or upset, you offer a game or a news feed or a viral video to distract me from my feelings. And how about boredom? Just a few years ago, I'd often find myself with no way to pass the time other than to daydream or think. There were even times when I'd get into the elevator at the office and I had nothing to look at but the other passengers for 6 floors. These days, I can't even remember the last time I was bored. Then again, I can't remember a lot of things. Like, for example, the last time my friends and I made it through a meal without anyone pulling out a phone, or how it felt to be able to read an entire magazine article in one sitting, or what I said in the paragraph above this one, or whose text I was looking at right before I walked in that poll, or whatever. My point is, I feel like I can't live without you, and that's why it's so hard for me to tell you that we need to break up. Alright, you ready? Let's get something clear from the start. The point of this book is not to get you to throw your phone under a bus. This is breaking up with a person doesn't mean that you're swearing off all human relationships. Breaking up with your phone doesn't mean that you're trading in your touchscreen for a rotary dial. You know what a rotary dial is?
Yeah, it's the spinny bit.
Spinny business. After all, there are lots of reasons for us to love our smartphones. They're cameras, DJs, they help us keep in touch with family and friends. They know the answers to every piece of advice that we'd ever think of. They tell us about the traffic, the weather, they store calendars, contacts. Smartphones are amazing tools, but something about them also makes us act like tools. Most of us find it hard to get through a meal or a movie or even a stoplight without pulling out our phones. On a rare occasion, when we accidentally leave them at home or on our desk, we reach for them anyway and we feel anxious. Each time we realize that they're not there. If you're like most people, your phone is within arm's reach, even at this very second. And the mere mention of it's making you want to check your phone. Who's feeling that? All right. Today, just over a decade since smartphones entered our lives. It's been longer now. It's been almost 20 years.